a great comment for you saying that he saw you with your poker B-roll and started respecting you when he saw some of your vlogs. You put in the work. Your work ethic is a superpower.
Thank
Absolutely.
you, Tommy. I
That's right.
appreciate that. I wouldn't say that my work ethic is a superpower though. I actually think that I have become somewhat of a workaholic ever since I started the YouTube channel. I have a I honestly have a very hard time not working. When I'm trying my best, I still think of work. So I would say that it's cursed. But ever since I started doing the bodybuilding thing and YouTube and all that, when I decide to do something, I give it everything I got. Like there's no returning, there's no half-assed, there's nothing. I just go all in. And if all in doesn't work, I try to extend it even more.
And you bring up a great point because this is something that I struggle with as well. I always have this feeling that if I'm not doing something work related or pushing doing something creative or following up on
Yeah,
something, I don't feel like I'm productive. Like taking a moment to just
exactly.
relax, it feels weird. And it's like, I need to break that habit where it's like, I can work nonstop. And, I'm so grateful that my wife and kids come and they tear me away from the computer because I'll keep going until they're like, let's go play. So I'm grateful for having that. Like, and it's a hard
Yeah,
feeling to
and
break.
it's very hard, and I think that is now more than ever. It's very important to not get caught up in that because I remember then when I first like started my own company. I didn't have a daytime job because I started up and then I tried to get it off the ground for like 6 months because I had a couple of money saved off. But what I did then was like I stayed up late every single night, and then towards the end of 6 months, I started to realize that there's nothing interesting going on ever after like 10 p.m. And if it is, then it's on the other side of the world, so it doesn't really matter to you, you know?
Yeah.
So if you see something that is happening after 10 p.m., like from 1 week from now, try to have a look every single day. There's gonna be nothing. Like no Instagram post, no YouTube video is gonna be that important that you have to stay up after that. But still, I have a hard time not staying up after that and trying to look at the analytics, what I can do better and do this. And it's so hard. And when I was working the most, I would say that 2019 probably is the year that I would love to forget if I have if I had an option. But um, I was going up at 6 in the morning and out shooting the sunrise, and then to the studio that I had back then, or the office space, and trying to come up with different ideas, shoot videos, maybe do some client work. And then when I was done, the clock was around like 1 a.m. in the morning. And then I went back home. I had some food. And then I slept from like 2:30 a.m. to like 6 a.m. And then it all started over again. And that was my days. I worked,
Oh yeah. Well,
but it's
it
not something that I recommend anyone to
but
do.
but here's the thing. It's if you were to read any of those entrepreneur books, if they all say it's like take the 2 years, 2 to 5 years to build something that can
Yeah.
then because you're not going at the same pace that you were, but you're still putting in the same kind of effort, but you've put those boundaries onto the work that you're kind of curating. For me, I
Yeah.
have my full-time client work that I do, and then it's like then I'll shoot and try to edit from like 10 o'clock until 1 or 2 in the morning because that's my side hustle kind of time for YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was very strategic in the kind of YouTube channel that I wanted to create where I don't have to go out too much because otherwise I'd just be going out at night. And I didn't want to start doing that. So it's just like, what can I do that I enjoy that I can't shut up about that I just want to talk about anyways with my friends, and just talk with everyone who will listen, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, but for me right now, I have I'm just gonna say that I'm working way less than I was before, but I'm still working a whole lot, unfortunately. But that is because I have the goal. And if someone has been on my channel, they probably know that the goal is to buy a house, and I will not rest until that house is in my hands. And I really hope that that is going to be like at the end of next year. We're going to have a house, and I'm going to make a video on the channel that is going to be moving into our new house. I
Yep.
hope so.
And then you'll proceed to have hundreds of videos talking about how you're building out your studio again
Yeah,
for the third
because I'm
time.
going to create a studio in the house.
That's right. That is the goal. Um, that's the ultimate, to have a space where you just walk in, flip the lights, but you don't have to drive 30 minutes, and
Yeah,
that's the beauty
it
of
would be
being
so good.
yeah.
Would be so good.